What's going on, guys? Dave from Wake Up It's Magic. If you're new to the channel, hit the like and subscribe button. Today it's going to be a fun one. I think I'm just going to do 6 modern decks. We're going to do 6 different matches and just practice rounds, but 6 different modern decks. We're going to call it like a gauntlet of some sort. And since we have all these cards available to us until tomorrow, I might as well just play some decks, right? I was supposed to I was supposed to be working today, MLK Day. I've been off for a month for paternity leave, and I just got back today, checked my emails, and I saw that we had a most recent email from my manager that said, take the day off for MLK Day if you can, so that's what I'm just going to do. And instead, I'm going to play some Magic. So we have Boros Burn, Crashing Footfalls, Hammer Time, Living End, Mono Green Tron, and Murktide Regent. Those are the decks I chose to play today. And I'm just going to do one at a time. We're going to go through a modern gauntlet of 6 decks and see how it goes. So let's see what happens with game number 1. We're going to start with Boros Burn. Here's the deck list. We'll go over the deck list in between each match. This is just your classic burn, and I guess we'll do best of 3, so we'll try and test out the sideboards as well. So let's just get right to it. So we are not on the play here. You want to be on the play with this type of deck, but let's see what we got here. Two Searing Blaze. This is not keepable. Go ahead and mulligan that. This is definitely more keepable. I think we'll bottom a land. I think. Go ahead and bottom that. Lead on the Swift Spear turn 1 here. So again, I don't play much modern. The only modern I do play is actually this deck right here that we're playing right now. So the combos, the different decks you're gonna see, you know, whatever, you're gonna probably see me make some misplays, and that's okay. That's why we're here. But I mean, how often can you say that you have access to every single card? Not very often. And I thought I would take the opportunity to build some quick modern decks, or not even build them, just take the lists from MTG Goldfish, plug them in, and then just play. So I think that's what we're gonna do. Okay, that's fine. Field of Ruin, I don't care. They played a mountain as well. Each player searches their library. Okay. See, like, I don't know what some of this crap does, man. Inspiring Vantage. Something tells me to get this Arbor Elf off the battlefield, but I don't think I can. Let's Vortex here. I mean, we could suspend double Rift Bolt, I suppose. But with the Vortex on the battlefield, I think I'll be a little bit more comfortable just kind of starting to take them down little by little at least. But yeah, this is really the only modern deck I play. So if you want to stay tuned to watch someone, man, these Field of the Deads. Is this a Ghost Quarter? Jeez. Okay. If you want to watch someone who knows how to play Magic but has never played like certain modern decks before, stay tuned because you're about to witness those 5 other decks I've never touched in my life. This one I have this in paper, but here's a Swift Spear. I suppose we'll swing in and suspend a Rift Bolt, maybe. Could double suspend. Let's see what happens there, but yeah, I figured that they were gonna have that. I wanted to hold up. I thought about holding up the Skullcrack in case they had some sort of removal, but that's okay. So we could essentially deal 10 to them between this next Vortex. So Skullcrack, double Rift Bolt suspend, that's 9. If we can find like a Bolt or a Boros Charm here, that'd be nice. Bone Crusher, okay, that's fine. I don't know if we want to Rift Bolt the Bone Crusher. I almost would just rather go to face here because that's just what the deck wants to do, right? Oh, whoops. See? Misplays. Misplays. I forget Rift Bolt hurts you like that. Well, now you have to go to Bone Crusher. Okay, I just killed myself. Woo! Yeah, gotta keep that in mind, right? Okay, so I don't even know what the hell deck they're doing. They do have some red. It's just we're not going against black, red. I have to remember. Let's get these. Let's get a couple vortexes out. I'll bring in a couple firecrafts. Well, no. Wear and Tear, Chalice of the Void, Deflecting Palm, Path to Exile. I really don't know. Cut a Searing Blaze, cut a Rift Bolt, bring in 2 Sanctifiers just because they are playing red. I'm going to go like this. Maybe we'll have better luck being on the play, but let's see how it goes. Again, if you're tuning in and watching this hodgepodge of a mess, we're going to play a 6-deck Gauntlet. 6 different decks, 6 different matchups in Modern. Might as well, because the decks and the cards are available to us for free until Tuesday, January 16th on MTGO. Might as well get them in while we can. And might as well play decks we've never played before just to get a taste for what's out there in Modern, just because I don't play Modern too much. And again, you're going to see a lot of misplays. Welcome to Misplay City. Today, you will witness a lot of that, but that's okay. We're going to record and show the world how to suck at Magic when you don't know what you're doing and you don't know what you're playing against. Utopia Sprawl. Okay. Choosing red. Mountain. Swift Spear. Do we suspend the Rift Bolt here? I was going to say we could go in with Skewer the Critics after this, but I would rather... Let's just see what they do here. Like, could have skewered and then hit them for another 3, but I want to get the skewer. I want to get the Rift Bolt trigger first, dealing 3 to them, which would skewer again for 3, and then we can get the double prowess trigger on each Swift Spear, right? Assuming they don't remove either one, but which is very possible. Yeah. So we missed out on another 3 damage in the next turn. It's fine, whatever. So Rift Bolting them to the face for 3. Triggering Swift Spear. Sunbaked Canyon. Skewer again. Here. Swinging in for 3. Getting them down to 7. Playing the Sanctifier. And then passing. So again, I don't know if Sanctifier is the correct sideboard card here, but they are playing red, so there is some merit to it. I think. I just don't know if you typically like in the black red sacrifice deck. So Bloodbraid Elf can't block it. Arbor Elf can though. But they're gonna want the Arbor Elf to keep untapping. Do you Stomping Grounds and take 2? No, they don't. Probably gonna have to sack the Sunbaked Canyon here, I think. More than likely, but we'll see what we draw. Okay, they don't attack. Skullcrack. It's a card. I think we do play out the mountain. So we tap, see what we draw. Could swing both. I'm going to swing both here. They block the Swift Spear. Well, They have 3 cards in hand. Three cards in hand. We definitely swing here because the Bloodbraid Elf cannot block. I think I'm just going to do that. Bloodbraid can't block. Only Arbor Elf can block, but they're probably going to try and be... I don't know if they're going to get selfish here and not block because they want to like do some untapping stuff with it next turn, which makes me think I need to sack the Canyon here on this turn to see if we need to get that off the battlefield. Because I don't know what the deck I don't know. Again, we're playing Modern for like basic, not the first time, but damn near the first time. So I don't know what their deck is trying to do, like why they want to untap a bunch of lands with the Arbor Elf. So I am gonna sack it to see what we draw. Vortex is not it. Could be it. Pings them for another 1. Yeah, I think we play it. And then it gets them down to 4. We Skull Crack, and then they get Vortexed again. Okay. They go down to 4. They need to figure out how to gain some life. Assuming Swift Spear dies here, no. Discard a land card, draw 2. Okay, it's not a bad card in red, apparently. Magmatic Insight, huh? Not a card I've seen too often. It's been a while since I've seen that card, actually. The Shire. That's not going to get you your food. Okay, so we're going to take 1 and see what we draw. Sacred Foundry. Yeah. Let's, I'm just going to swing in with a Sanctifier here. Because they can't really deal with it unless they block it with the Arbor Elf, right? Destroy target artifact, enchantment, non-basic. That player searches their library for basic land. Your opponents can't gain life this turn. I'm going to actually activate this. Just in case. Yes. Put it on the battlefield and shuffle. No. Because we have another one in hand. Okay, so there goes the Arbor Elf. Yep. And now we can hold up the Skull Crack. Assuming Swift Spear is dead, right? Yes. So we have to keep in mind, if they attempt to gain any life, Skullcrack denies them of any life gain here. So we have to be very mindful of that. Tap an untapped creature you control, create a food token. Tap an untapped creature you control. See? So if they go to crack it, we need to skull crack the hell out of them. Okay, there it is. Now let's see what they have in their hand, if there's anything that... Yep, there it is. Okay, game 3. I don't know if like how... I don't know how good their deck is. Rift Bolt, Searing Blaze, Smash, Vortex. I think I'm just going to keep it as is. I'm just going to run it like this. It's a lot of lands. However, we can Searing Blaze all their crap. I'm going to keep this because of the Searing Blazes and their Arbor Elves. They play an Arbor Elf, that thing's going to get smoked, right? We have an answer for it right away. So let's just go with the Inspiring Vantage here and pass. This is too many lands, though. That's the problem. We're going to need to, assuming they have a Utopia Sprawl here, right? If they don't, that'd be great. But we are going to Searing Blaze the Arbor Elf next turn. Get that thing off the battlefield. Wooded Foothills. Swing for 1. No Utopia Sprawl. Okay. More lands. Okay, well, let's thin the deck out, I suppose. Let's just grab a mountain for now. Target, red, red. Okay, and we will pass the turn to opponent. They crack it for the Foothills, assuming they find a tapped shock land here. Yep. Okay, and they pass the turn. So, we are not looking too shabby. I will crack this right now. I'm considering hard casting to skewer the critics here. Considering, but I don't know. Just because we need to just keep getting, keep pinging them down. Could hold up Boros Charm, or could Boros Charm and then skewer for 7, getting them down to 9. I mean, you just got to get your damage in whenever you can when you're playing Burn. Again, the assumption here is they're probably going to have some life gain. They have to have life gain in sideboard, right? Maybe I should have brought in... I didn't sideboard out any Skull Cracks, I don't think, did I? I know, okay, so 2 Vortexes are out, a Searing Blaze, and a Rift Bolt. Yeah, so Skull Cracks are still in. So if we find those Skull Cracks, we're going to have to, like, really hold on to them until the time is right, because they do have some sort of life gain in the deck we have to keep in mind. Another tapped shock. Okay. Sunbaked Canyon here is going to be very important to draw off of, because right now we have a lot of lands. There goes the Inspiring Vantage, assuming that thing is going to get shot to hell. But I think there is some merit to consider, now that I've seen these Field of Ruin decks, to maybe put 1 Plains in the sideboard. I don't know if that's crazy or not. Or maybe just run a Plains in the deck. You can fetch them, right? Maybe just main deck a Plains. But Arid Mesa will have to go and find the these fetches. Will have to go find our shocks then. But waiting on opponent here. Questing Beast. Searing Blaze is not going to be able to deal with that. Eventually, combat damage will be dealt. Can be prevented. It does not much. Okay, so I mean, really, we're just going to take 4 here, right? There's a Sacred Foundry. I think we have to. We can't Canyon, Sack, and Searing Blaze, can we? Yeah, we can. Just, I mean, we're not going to be able to kill the Questing Beast, but at least we get in for another 3. There's a card we can't cast until next turn. I'm still considering playing the Searing Blaze here. I mean, I know we don't kill the Questing Beast, but we have to get them down. We have to just deal the damage now. We have nothing else in hand. That's the problem. So, this does not trample, correct? No. So, we play the Sanctifier next turn. Probably have to eat. Yeah, we have to play Sacred Foundry untapped, taking another 2. We'll go to 7. But we'll have a blocker on the battlefield. And you just kind of have to hope they don't Field of Ruin your Inspiring Vantage here, because if they do, you're kind of screwed. Which is very possible. If they do that, we're pretty much dead in the water, I think. We'd have to, like, hit a couple of burn spells in a row. They didn't kill it yet. There's a Swift Spear, and they chose. No, they did it technically. They chose not to, but that thing has Vigilance. I think we have to. I think we have to play out the Sanctifier here, and the Swift Spear, and pass. If they swing, I think we block with Swift Spear. Assuming they don't kill it here. They still have 3 cards in hand, so it's very possible that the thing is gone. They're going to kill it, and then I have to block with Sanctifier. Oh, Endurance. Exile a green card from your hand. That's a problem. Can't be blocked by creatures with power 2 or less. So we can't even block the Questing Beast. And it has Vigilance, so I think this game is over. Right? They don't know what we have in hand. We have one mana up, right? 2 cards in hand. They do swing both. Okay. Reach. I am going to block with the Swift Spear. And then we could just get lightning bolted here for 3 and lose, right? If they have a bolt, we just lose. There it is. Alright, so we are 0-1 so far in the Gauntlet. We will go back to our collection, take a look at the decks we're playing today. Boros Burn is 0-1 on the day in the Gauntlet. Next deck we are playing is Crashing Footfalls. Again, no damn clue what the hell I'm doing with these cards. I have an idea. Shardless Agent finds the Crashing Footfalls, I assume, right? That's the... Or Violent Outburst does as well. Force of Negation. What does the Tide Binder do? Enters the battlefield, counter up to one target activated or triggered ability. If an ability creature planeswalker countered this way, that permanent loses all abilities for as long as... Okay. Yeah, I don't play with any of these cards, so we're gonna see how this goes. We have lost the die roll. And take a look at what we have in our hand. We do have a Violent Outburst. We have lands in hand. We have a Force of Negation. We'll go ahead and keep this. Seems like a good hand. What the hell does this thing do? If is in your opening hand and you're not starting player, you may begin the game with gemstones on the battlefield with a luck counter on it. If you do, exile a card from your hand. Well, what would we exile? A forest? Add blank. Instead, add one. Okay, yeah, sure. Exile a forest. Let's go ahead and negate that. Oh, it's not your turn. You may exile a blue card from your hand rather than pay the spell. Yeah. Oh, non-creature spell. If that spell's countered this way, exile it instead of putting it. Okay. So they're just going to try and mill us here. Sure. Mutavault. I think we will go ahead and get the Mystery Rainforest on the battlefield and we will pass. Fetch us a... Need a red source. Stomping Grounds, Steam Events, Breeding Pool. No. This says add, if it has a little counter on it, instead add one mana of any color. Okay. So Wooded Foothills finds us. I mean, this thing can get very well easily countered, right? So we don't have to cascade yet. We would, if it's not your turn, you may exile blue card. So yeah, that's what we're gonna want to do. We're gonna want to Violent Outburst on their turn, just so that we can force a negation for free. If it's not your turn, right? You may exile blue card. Yeah. So we'll exile probably the Lorien revealed here. Instead of the Fire and Ice. Okay. So if they try to counter it, we'll force we got force and negation here. So we're gonna go ahead and go for it. I'm gonna go and find us a I don't know. He wants Team Vents maybe. If an opponent searches the library this turn, you may pay 0. Target opponent mills 13 cards. Jesus Christ. Alright, so I assume we're going to get some Rhinos here. Choose target card in a graveyard other than a basic land. Search your... Okay, we're going to negate that. See if they have a negation or something. Or a counter spell. Yeah, so countering all kinds of jazz. There goes the Footfalls, right? There they all go. So now what? We cascade into nothing? And then we just get milled. Oh, that sucks. Let's go on upkeep. Opponent's upkeep. I'm just gonna draw. Ice. Jesus Christ, dude. Drawing land is not what we want. So we just got the surgical extraction is what killed us here. We even tried to counter it and it still didn't work, right? So we're just gonna get milled to death. I almost just want to scoop this up because we're dead. Like there's nothing. What are we gonna do here? It's a little too late. Alright. Evoke it, exile a blue card from your hand. Flash flying for 4. Yeah, I'm gonna scoop this up. I don't see a way that we're gonna. Well, I mean 3, 3, 3, 2, 2, 2. What is that? 6, 9. We could try. We could try, but I mean, I doubt. Oh, this has to be. This has. Okay, that's how subtlety works. I thought it could also target something on the battlefield for some reason. I guess it must be something that's being cast. So I messed that up. I guess I could have waited, but it's not. Yeah, there's a land. Okay. What can we even? When it enters the battlefield, counter up to 1 target activated or triggered ability. I think we're gonna want to play that. Counter target spell unless its controller plays 3. We won't want to play these because they're playing blue. Non-basic lands are mountains. Endurance. We will endurance because they're playing mill. Subtlety. Murktide. Need to make 3 cuts. And play like that. See how that goes. Yeah, we can definitely shoot that with the fire and ice, right? Let's go ahead and do that now. I mean, dude, what the this damn card is ridiculous. I mean, it is just absolutely stupid. Now they're gonna surgical extraction. I can't counter it. Okay. Alright, we're gonna go 0-2 on this. Screw that stupid deck. Alright, next deck is gonna be Hammer Time. We're 0-2 in the Gauntlet today. Crashing Footfalls went against Mill, and god damn, I mean, that is the most annoying deck I've seen in quite some time. Seriously, like, it's like the perfect anti-crater, or what, not Crater Hoof. It's the perfect anti-crashing Footfalls deck. Oh, I'm gonna mill what you need, and I'm gonna extract all the shit that you know what I mean? Get the hell out of here. Alright, we're gonna go with Hammer Time. See how that goes, and then that's gonna be our third deck so far. Apparently we can't be on the play today. This is a round number 3, third different deck, and all of them are just no-go. So it looks like we have no lands in hand. We are gonna mulligan this. And again, I've never played with this deck in my life, so I have no idea what I'm doing. Maybe we keep up the Spell Pierce. I think we maybe drop an Ornithopter here. Stomping Grounds. Tapped. Old Fountain. Yes. Oh, maybe I should have played Saga there instead, but I was too focused on having Salvation and Spell Pierce available to us, but that's okay. I'll play Saga next turn. We will pass the turn to them. You and permanents you control gain hexproof until on the turn. Prevent all damage of black or red sources with deal to creatures you control this turn. Okay. Okay. Springleaf Drum. We'll play. The clicker is a Saga. God dang it. God dang it. No, we need a hammer. We need something here. I took these deck lists from like the very first page of at the MTG Goldfish site for each deck. So like, okay, fire. That's gonna get spell pierced. So they might not be the most optimal lists, but they're probably close. So here's a hammer. So how do we equip? How do we equip the hammer for 8 in this deck? How does that work? I don't know. I forget what cards allow you to equip it right away. I think there's a couple creatures, right? That what are we killing here? Cascading. Counter target non-creature spell. They still get the cascade, don't they? I think they do. Yeah, they still do. And the Force of Negation did. Okay. Which I don't think they could. When you cast a spell, exile cards from the top of your library until, yeah, which we wouldn't have even been able to counter anyway. So here comes Crashing Footfalls, a deck we just were playing, and we're gonna get had by it because, you know, we're not playing frickin' Mill. Oh, I'm gonna extract your whole damn deck. Get the hell out of here. Oh, wow, look at that. We're getting bent over now. Okay. Can we just do that? Four. The problem is we can play the hammer here. We need to hold up the surge, I think. Not the hammer. I meant like we can cast another hammer to get it pumped up to a 5/5. But do we do that? They have subtlety in the deck. I think we have to hold up the surge though. Probably end up casting it. Block one of the Rhinos. Wait, they cast another Crashing Footfalls? Or am I... Or did they... Oh, they have one in exile. Okay. Alright, well, I think we're going to save this token, right? And we're going to take 4 and Surge of Salvation, see if it gets countered. Maybe get something out of their hand. Let's see. Another Crashing? Or another... Yeah, we're going to go ahead and... White... I guess we could technically tap this, right? Hexproof, indestructible. Oh, it doesn't get indestructible. See, I don't know what I'm doing. Esper Sentinel. Okay, now I think we could do stuff, right? We need to go get the, whatchamacallit? The spear. There's got to be a spear in this deck, right? So let's create... I don't know if this is right. Springleaf, Shadow Spear is in here, Pithing Needle, Ornithopter, Gingerbrute, Colossus Hammer. Stoneforge Mystic is what I was thinking about, right? Yeah. Sigard is 8 as well. Yeah, okay. I think we have to get this. Oh, and it goes to the battlefield. That's pretty good. Do we play Esper Sentinel or do we just equip this now? We can't equip it. Alright. We have a shot here. They only have 1 card in hand. They're still swinging in. I mean, I'm blocking. I assume they have... damage enough to kill the construct token, right? Probably like a Fire and Ice. Or the boom thingamabob. Dead. Right? That's the assumption. Flame of Anor. Destroy target artifact. We take... Ugh. We take 3, go to 1. Yeah. We just didn't see it like the stuff that gets us our equipments for free. That sucks. Okay. So let's concede. Sideboard. What is this thing? There we go. Bring that in. And then what do we... Yeah, that's pretty good. Springleaf Drum. What do we remove for this Drannith whatever. Get this, maybe the Paladin. Alright, let's just go like this. Try this again. Not on the play all 3 freaking rounds so far. Flooded Strand, there's Sigarda's Aid. We have a Sentinel. You may cast aura and equipment spells as though they had flash. When an equipment enters the battlefield under your control, you may attach a target creature. That's what we needed. So, I'm going to go ahead and keep this. Play Sentinel here. We have a couple of Surge of Salvation. Sentinel is going to be elite, like just deadly with the hammer. I think we should thin the deck out by 1 land with this Esper Sentinel, so we can just maybe draw into a little bit, statistically speaking, a little bit better. So we'll go ahead and play Flooded Strand, crack it, play the Esper Sentinel here, I think. Daemog into 6. So Flooded Strand, crack it, finding what? Hallowed Fountain. Screw it. Let's fix our mana right off the bat. Got Sentinel. We'll play Sigarda's Aid, Colossus Hammer next turn. And then swing in for 11. And hope it doesn't get removed. Oh god. Please don't kill it. Might have to, you know what? We might not be able to do that. We might have to hold up the Surge of Salvation here. Well, no, that's not red mana. Crashing Footfalls entered the exiled zone. Okay. That is not red mana. Sigarda's Aid. Hammer. Yes. Swing for 11. Now they need a bounce effect or something. Gemstone. It's kind of hard to see us lose with 2 Surge of Salvations here, right? Upkeep, they're doing something. Yeah, no. Hexproof. Okay. Alright. A little bit better there. Activated abilities of creatures can't be activated. Do we have... Whoa, I didn't even see this. Each opponent can't cast non-creature spells with mana value greater than the number of lands they control. Whenever an opponent casts a spell, if no mana was spent to cast it, counter that spell. Okay, we need to play that, obviously. I thought it was 4 Teferis. I didn't see that hiding up there. Each opponent can't cast non-creature spells. So, Teferi, does Teferi do anything? Each opponent can cast spells only anytime they could cast a sorcery. Does that throw... I'm just gonna run like this. I'm not sure if Teferi works here on Cascade. Let me see if I can look that up. Teferi, Time Raveler, Cascade. Teferi will stop Cascade from working. Okay, so we are definitely going to play Teferi here. If we play 3 Teferis, would we just remove 3 Paladins? And then maybe one, what's the other card? So we brought in this thing, we bring in 3 Teferis, Reality Chip maybe, and just go from there. Alright. A whole lot of fetched lands here. I don't know if I like this hand. Too many lands. This could work. Probably dump the Spring Leaf. Crashing Footfalls. Okay. We will go with a Giver of Runes here, obviously. Turn 1, I think. Well. Arid Mesa. Hallowed Fountain. Giver of Runes. Could Sigarda's Aid into Salvation, or into Colossus Hammer next turn? Now, there's their red mana, so I don't know if we want to do that. I think we maybe Sigarda's Aid holding up the Salvation. They're gonna kill it. Yeah. Okay, that's fine. We will play the Magistrate out, I think, next turn now. And hope they don't kill it. Because we, at this point with the Magistrate being out, like, we have to, no matter what, have to protect this thing with this Surge of Salvation. So if they don't deal with it here, we have a shot, I think. If they do deal with it here, we're going to be maybe SOL. Here we go. They're cascading. Oh no, they are not cascading, because they wouldn't be able to do that. Deals 5 damage. Again, they've had an answer for both of my creatures right away. Unfortunate. That's not going to do anything. So yeah, we're not looking good now. Footfalls comes out next turn, I think. This is probably going to be a loss, and they're Shardless Agent. So I think we're looking at 4 Rhinos between this turn and next turn. So not good. Not good. Not sure what's happening here. It says crashing footfalls creates 2 Alanon CEWs instead of 2 Rhino tokens. That's kind of weird. Alright, we need a creature for any shot. There's something. That's not nothing. Return up to 1 target artifact creature enchantment to its owner's hand. So we're going to return a Rhino. And then we're going to hold up. Oh, we can't hold that up. Alright, well, we're going to bounce a Rhino, I suppose. And then pass. So this is gonna counter their footfalls, right? Yeah. Yes. Okay. Okay. Well, that worked out a little bit better. Let's see who they attack. They will attack me and Teferi. Use the permanents you control gain hexproof until the end of turn. Prevent all damage that black and or red sources will deal to creatures you control. So we can't really use that for Teferi. So Teferi's gone. We're going to take 4 here. But Teferi did help. I mean, instead of 4 Rhinos on the battlefield, there's only 1. Finding a creature here would be really nice. And we're another Shardless Agent. Couldn't do this ourselves last time when we played Crashing Footfalls because we were getting milled to death. But they're okay. You know, they're good. Maybe just the matchup too. Just bad matchups on my end for that game. Bad matchup on my end for this game. Sigarda's 8 isn't gonna do anything, so this is gonna be game over. All right. I think that puts us at 0-3 on the day in the Gauntlet. The Modern Gauntlet. Boros Burn 1 and 2. Crashing Footfalls 0-2. Hammer Time 1 and 2. We have 3 more to go. Living End, Mono Green Tron, and Murktide Regent. Haven't played any of these decks at all. This is the first time me playing any of these decks. So Living End, I think, is very similar to Crashing Footfalls. Each player exiles all creature cards from their graveyard. Then sacrifices all creatures they control. Then puts all cards exiled this way onto the battlefield. So how does this work? What are we discarding? Like Generous Ents, Oliphants, Street Raids. Looks like all of these cards are going to get cycled into the graveyard before we Living End or before we Cascade. Looks like that's the plan here. So, alright. Let's see how this goes. And we lose the dice roll for the 4th time in a row. We are going to be on the draw. Can't say we're surprised. Oh, okay. Shardless Agent, Living End. We have those 2 pieces. Swamp Walk, Cycling, pay 2 life. Go ahead and keep that. Mulligan's down to 5. So we can cycle these at any point. Polluted Delta. Wow, this is going to be great. Okay, so we will Breeding Pool. No. Pass. Oops. Something tells me we're going to get Field of Ruined here. But that's okay. We're going to get a generous and a bunch of street wraiths, assuming the Shardless Agent resolves, right? When you cycle it, each opponent mills 4 cards, cycling for 2. Okay, I'll just let that resolve. Hopefully we hit a couple more creatures here. An end to Violent Outburst. That's okay. So again, we're really fingers crossed here. It looks like I think they're playing mill. What we're looking for is to resolve a Shardless Agent before we play, or in order to hit some living ends here. Let's see what happens. Cycle the ends. Let's go out and find a breeding pool, because we do have Force of Negation in hand. So question here becomes, do we Shardless Agent let's evoke we can see if they want to counter this first. That's fine. Okay, so you're going to mill me even more. They're like looking to extract something. Okay, so I get to choose. Yeah, we'll get that out of their hand. Looks like we're clear. So we will pay the 2, cycle it. Pay the 2, cycle it. Okay. We will go to sideboard. Yeah, that could be something. I just don't know what they can sideboard into, or what they have on their deck that would come back. We can also play Crashing Footfalls here, which I think we would do, because if they go for Surgical Extraction on the living ends or the Crashing Footfalls, one of the two, we'll still have the other one, right? Endurance. And then if we're getting milled to death, I'm going to get these subtleties out and play these endurances instead. Right? Force of Vigor. If it's not your turn, you may play exile a green card from your hand. Destroy up to 2. Okay, no. And then this. No. I think there's, I don't know if there's cards they have that have flashback, but we need to put 2 cards back into the sideboard here. Guess Waker of Waves. I don't know what the hell that's doing in the deck. Hey, I'm missing something on that, but let's just go ahead and put those in the sideboard and run it like this. So we're on deck number 4. We are 0-3 on the day, but This deck looks like it has a little bit of promise to it, right? And definitely top 3 cards of your target's player's library, then put them back in any order, cycling for 1. Okay. Let's keep. I mean, we have Outburst, we have Shardless Agent, we can double Cascade here. So probably lead on the Misty Rainforest, finding a blue source so we can cycle the Architects. We are going to need a blue source for the Shardless Agent as well. We have the Stomping Grounds. So Watery Grave comes out, Ruin Crab, okay. Yeah, we need to be quick here because they're going to try and mill us ASAP. So we'll go with the, there's another, I will cycle this at the end of their turn, so we will crack the Misty Rainforest at the end of opponent's turn, and we'll cycle the Architects here. Hedron Crab, and then they play a land. We'll get milled for what? 5? They are going to surgical extraction here, depending on what we hit. There's the Footfalls, so I wouldn't be surprised to see the extraction here. Keeping in mind, oh, they extracted the Endurance first. I'm sure they're playing 4 copies of the extraction here. Endurance is gone. Breeding pool, I think, is what we need. Yes, we will cycle this away. Oops. Okay. They're down to 2 cards in hand. So I think I like our chances here. Force negation, that's actually really good. I will go with a tapped Stomping Grounds because we don't need it. The only thing we can play in our hand right now is a Force of Negation on their turn. And then, yeah. I mean, I kind of like our chances here. If they start drawing into a bunch of lands, I don't know, but what you got? Choose our card in graveyard other than a basic land. Graveyard. Okay, so there goes the Shardless Agent as well. So both agents are gone. I won't be able to force a negation here. So that's an amazing play on their end. An annoying play on our end, right? Lucky bastard. Out of all the cards to hit, I'm surprised they didn't touch the Footfalls there. 2 cards in hand on their end. There's 1. Milling 4. Hey, we got it. So I don't know. I think they saw when they looked. I think they looked into our hand and they saw the outburst. So, all right. So we are 1-3 on the day. Borrow Spurn lost. Footfalls we played against Mill and lost pretty quick. Hammer Time we went to game 3 and lost. Living End. Did we go 2-0 there? I think it was 2-0. Mono Green Tron. Urge is mine. Power Plant Tower. We got a couple Forest Blast. Okay, so we just kind of reorganized here a little bit. So I put in some regular, normal looking rings, and then looks like we got some Ulamogs, Ugins, Wormcoil engines, and all kinds of jazz here. So I don't know what the sideboard has. Veil Summer, Crypt, all kinds of interesting artifacts. I think, what is the... Is there a card that looks into our sideboard, or no? Isn't that Karn? That is Karn. Okay. Okay. Let's go and let's see how this goes. Whoa, we're on the play. Incredible. Stirrings. Look at top cards. You may reveal colors card from among them, put it into your hand, then put the rest in the bottom of your library. We got an expedition map. We got Sylvan's Crying. Let's go ahead and keep that. Again, I've never played Tron in Modern before. Here we go. Stirrings. I think we can Stirrings or Expedition Map turn 1, right? That's the... I don't know what Walking Ballista does in this deck per se. Maybe it's just a bunch of ammunition. You can throw a bunch of +1/+1 counters on it. So what's the play here? Expedition Map, I think. No, we can Stirrings into another Tron land. I think that's what you're supposed to do, isn't it? Or colorless. Yeah, it says colorless. We can find one of them. We can grab one ring, but I don't think we want it. I think we just grab a plant or whatever, and then we can we're gonna have all 3 lands here. But I think it's gonna be on turn 4, not turn 3. Hide away. Okay. Forest. So we want to play a plant here or tower or whatever. Waiting on opponent, I guess. Plants. Scrying. So we have power plant, tower. We need mine. And we're passing. Could we have done that a little differently? I don't know. Would we be able to have true Tron or just straight Tron on turn 3? Oh, another mill deck. What is it with these mill decks today? What is going on with these mill decks? I'm Walking Ballista, the living hell out of that thing. Karn, Besaju's gone. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna get milled to death here before we can even do anything. I wonder if we grab Blast Zone here instead. But we wouldn't do that until turn 5. want to blast zone. No. We can do that. We can do that next turn. Actually, we don't have to play Urza's Tower. We can get both the crabs off the battlefield. Oh, no. Just kidding. God dang it. So we'd have to tap it first and then turn 5. Yeah. Damn. So we do want to play it next turn, though. Because we need to put the charge counters on it. Because otherwise we're just going to get milled to death. What's the sideboard look like? Is there anything that puts cards back into our deck? There's got to be a way to deal with mill, right? Oh, there goes the power plant. No, there really isn't. I think it's the third time we're playing mill today. It's like, I don't know what the deal is. Like, why is this such a popular deck? It's kind of a stupid deck if you ask me. It doesn't really, I don't know, it doesn't require much thought. So I'm just going to play lands and win. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. And it also would be nice if they just like would, these triggers, come on, just like let's go through these now. You got a blast zone here. We kind of just have to do it by turn 5, otherwise we're just going to get smoked. Urza's Tower. Oh no, I clicked the wrong land. Oh, thank God. Okay. Done. Stirrings. On power plants. And we just have to grab it here. Wait, why is there 2? I wanted, it said X equals, it's XX, put X charge counters on blast zone. It should only have 1. Why is there 2? X is 1. Am I? Oh, it enters the battlefield with a charge counter on it. Oh my God, I misplayed. I'm gonna tell this guy I misplayed. I didn't realize that. I didn't realize blast zone. Oh my God. Okay. Well, see, I'm telling you, you don't know what the hell you're doing. I mean, there's nothing really we can. There's no cards in the sideboard that I can bring out that would put cards back into our deck. Apparently, everyone wants to play mill today. I mean, there's Chalice. You can grab Chalice and main deck it. Right? Pithing Needle. No, I don't know if... Relic. Sylvan's Crying. Put Pithing Needle back. And then Chalice. Yeah, I'm putting both those back. Let's see what Pithing Needle, where's that at again? No. Pithing Needle's fine. Yeah, Pithing Needle's fine. Dismember. I didn't know Blast Zone, it said it came into the battlefield already with a freaking counter on it, damn it. I could have just blasted him. You gain protection from everything, meaning you can't be targeted, right? By mill. Is that what I'm seeing? So maybe one rings are going to be good here. Log. Did I just cycle this Veil of Summer? It's going to be a while till I have like 5 mana. And we're not going to be able to blast this until turn 4. Right? Damn it. Yeah, maybe, I don't know if this is a good hand to keep then. Again, I don't play these decks to know. I don't play these decks to know what's good to keep, what's not good to keep. I'm gonna double draw here, I think. Double Urza's Mine. Opponent needs to get this off of my draw step. I need... Come on, man. Another Urza's Mine. Expedition map finds us our last. Tron land, sack, chromatic sphere. Let's go with Expedition map here. Could one ring next turn, right? Could one ring, could blast zone. We have some options, I suppose. No lands, huh? Interesting. Could just blast them right now and see if they have some sort of counter ability. I don't know. Or do we run one ring, run the risk of playing one ring and see if that gets countered or not? Let's just play the one ring, I guess. Another one ring. Okay. I thought I had protection. Does this not get around it? It doesn't. What does protection from everything mean? You should be protected from mill, damn it. You have protection from everything. Period. What? What in the hell? The reason why I played it was because I thought I'd not technically, like, is it not like, oh, you're targeting your opponent? Are you shitting me? Jesus Christ. Well, I would have just blast zoned then. Come on, man. I just wasted my time playing this game. Might as well just scoop it up then. That's disappointing. Now you're going to Field of Ruin something. The Blast Zone. Now you're going to Field of Ruin the Blast Zone? Come on, man. With these upkeep and draws and... Okay, what are you targeting? Okay, Urza's mine. Congratulations. That kills my expedition map, but I don't care. I have another Urza's mine in my hands. Forest. Sylvan Scrying is not terrible. Let's go get a tower. And pass. We got a shot. Archive Trap. What a piece of crap card that is. That's, I'll tell you what, there it is. There's my least favorite card of the day. This stupid card. Archive Trap. Terrible. Bad card. Hate it. Oh yeah, I got another Hedron Crab. Stupid. We can't even play Ulamog next turn. What's the point of drawing? I'd just be milling myself even more. I have 9 instead of 10 for Ulamog. Oh my god. I mean, what kind of person are you to play mill? You gotta be a... I don't know. I don't know what kind of person. You gotta be something special to be playing mill. That's all I know. Can't even play Ulamog if I wanted to here. Two, 4, 7, 8, 9. It sucks because there's nothing that you have in the deck that puts cards back into your deck from your graveyard, right? Am I missing something? Shouldn't that be 6 right there? I mean, let's see if we get milled or not next turn. Milled to death. Probably the tower. I assume that's going to be the target for them, so you probably want to just draw another one. Any order. And then pass. They got to mill me for 9. Zero skill. This is all. It takes 0 skill to play this freaking deck. 0. 0 thought. I'm gonna play my creature. I'm gonna play my land. That's it. That's all it is. Oh, I'm gonna play Archive Trap, a card that sucks, but in this deck it's very good because it costs me 0. This is stupid. Can you mill me for 3 with Jace? I'm done here. Alright, what's the last deck of the day? Murktide Regent. It is a little bit more my alleyway. I'm sure we'll get paired with Mill again for the 4th time today. And Archive Trap. Alright. 2 for 4 on the day with winning the dice roll. We will go ahead and keep this. Can now turn 1 and Ragavan. Alright, they mulligan a 6. We will play Ragavan turn 1. Probably save the iteration for turn 3, but we'll see what we draw here. Pass. Temple Garden. Temple Garden paying the 2. That's interesting. I'm going to dash this in. Double Ragavan. Here we go. Ding, ding, ding. What you got? Oh, they're legendary. Yikes. Can't do that, huh? See, I told you, I don't play with Ragavans, so no. That's a big misplay. Yeah, they're playing some sort of enchantment deck. Huh. Okay. I think we're going to go with iteration here, though. Okay, well, now we're not. Now we're just going to go with Otawara. Because I played the land like an idiot. Okay, we get a treasure token. See what we... Top deck. We will play that. Oh, wait. We don't have a forest. We will not play that. Yeah, I didn't realize this is a legendary creature. I guess having more than one on the battlefield would be pretty insane, right? Enchanting will have Shroud. Search your library for enchantment card, reveal it, and then shuffle. Okay. Yeah, we need to get on the board here, right? There's a bobble. So let's iteration first. Probably want most of this stuff. Counter target spell with mana value 2 or less. Counter red or green spell with mana value 6 or less. I think that wouldn't be bad to put into our hand. Delve. Let's put this into our hand because I think we're going to end up countering something. Put this into our library. We can still play the Channeler in this turn. And then we'll play it. We have creature, land, sorcery. We have artifact now. We can surveil here. We will put this into our graveyard. We will sacrifice it. You have Shroud. Prevent all damage that would be dealt to you. Damn it. That's not a good card. Okay. We will play the island. We will go with the Ragavan. Well, actually, no. Yeah, we get to exile that. We can play it if we want. Nah. We don't need to play it. Ooh. Hello. Prismatic Vista going down to 11. What do you got? Could counter that, but I mean, is it worth countering? I think there's probably better stuff to counter than that, right? If they play something green, it's going to get roasted. Like that. Delta, we can put in the graveyard. Okay. That's a card. It does have Shroud though, so it's not a card. LOL. What we will do though is we will swing with both. See if they block the Ragavan here or not. Essentially, we're probably going to be able to play anything we top deck here. Oh, it's a land. And I can't cast a land? Until the end of turn, you may cast that card. Okay. Well, if that's the case, then I think we just hold on to what we have in our hand. Let's hold up Force and Negation here. Again, I'm not afraid of that. I'd rather counter something else. Non-creature spell. Gotta keep that in mind too. I will attempt to bolt them here. See what we surveil into. Okay. So they have enchantment stuff. Non-basic lands are mountains. I'm just going to keep the deck the way it is, honestly. Last deck of the day, last deck in the Gauntlet. I think we're like 1 and 4. We could finish 2 and 4 here with the Murktide deck. I think we keep this. Looks like a solid start. I mean, 1 too many lands probably, but that's fine. We can DRC on turn 1 and then hold up a counter spell for turn 2, maybe iteration turn 3 or something like that. So okay. Alright, so we will go Spire Bluff, DRC, and pass. Alright, Arbor Elf. Gonna want to get that off the battlefield. Preordain. I think we still want to hold up Counterspell here. So, for the sake of getting something in the graveyard for the DRC, I'm gonna go ahead and just hold up Counterspell. I don't even know if we attack. If we attack, they probably don't block, but maybe they do. So I'm just gonna not risk it, not chance it. It's only 1 damage. I'm gonna let them have let them have this Arbor Elf, because what they're going to do is tap, untap, cast something, and then we'll just straight up counterspell it. So there it is. Tap, tap, Arbor Elf, assuming it's the Arbor Elf, right? Because an chance we'll draw a card, we're going to go ahead and counterspell that. Let's find this Esteem Vents and cast the counterspell. Could just very well, honestly, you could preordain and counterspell and hold up a counterspell next turn too. So we can just keep them locked down for another turn. We have Surveil here as well. We're gonna have instant land, Murktide. We can just, I don't know, just put that in the. It's a good card. Put it on top. That's something else to play. Okay, that's fine. We will go with a preordain. They're going to have mana available to them, so I don't know if I want to spell Pierce in hand. I don't know if that's going to be a good card to have. Unholy Heat and Ragavan, which both are good. Actually, we can play either one this turn. I think we could Unholy Heat the Weaver and then keep the Ragavan on top as well. But if we did that, we can't counterspell. So do we Unholy Heat right now? Or do we hold up the counterspell? That's the question. Suppose we can just hold them both up. Because they only control 2 enchantments right now. Okay. Is that worth countering? I mean, it's an enchantment deck. It finds you your enchantments. Yeah, let's go ahead and not make them draw 3 cards or whatever it is. We can put that in the graveyard, trigger DRC it up. Well, see, like Murktide and DRC are such like a non-bow, right? You exile your graveyard and then I don't know. Let's just put it in the graveyard. Maybe they played us. You know what I mean? Maybe they, you know, I don't know. 2 cards in hand on their end. I think what we can do here is maybe iteration over preordain just to get the iteration in the graveyard. DRC. We will put that on top. I will take the lightning bolt. So Pierce is going to go into the. So bolt is going to go into hand. Pierce is going to go into library. DRC is going to go. We're going to play it. And then we will play the Steam Vents untapped. And we will swing for 3 in the air. Theoretically, we could just unholy heat the Weaver right now if we wanted to, just to get something off the battlefield, but I don't know if that's worth it. Now, we can't Murktide either. We need 2 islands available to us, I think. We can delve it though. We have how many sorceries? Like 3, 2. Okay. Rest in Peace, Blood Moon, and Utopia Sprawl. That's not a good card for us. Well, I'm gonna... Yeah, that's a pretty bad card for us. I don't think we have anything that deals with this Rest in Peace besides maybe the Otawara. I guess I could have unholy heated something for 6, but that didn't really matter. I will hit the Weaver here at the end of their turn. Surveil. Anything you surveil is gonna go to exile, right? Could just try to hard cast these things, but that's not gonna work. Need a lot of mana to do that. I will, I guess, bolt them to death. I don't know. So, preordain, iteration. There it is. Okay. Both. So how does this work? Okay. As a matter of fact, let me just swing in here. Do we just play this? We might just play this as a land, honestly. To try to get to 7. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Okay. Like, I don't know what their deck is trying to do. What's like the win con for this enchantment deck, but we're sticking around, I guess. I almost want to just scoop it up and go to the next one, right? Because now they just can't do anything to them. Prevent all damage that would be dealt to you. It's just going to buy them time, I guess. I don't know. Counterspell. I'm a little too late on that. Solitary Confinement. So how did this work? At the beginning of your upkeep, sack it unless you discard a card. And you skip your draw step. So they just didn't draw, and they're just going to keep what? Okay. I guess I could have countered it, right? It's fine. Like, we've got them down to 9. I feel like we have a shot still. How did they draw? That's how they drew. Okay. I see what they're doing now. Yeah, I kind of wish they'd play a little faster though. That's the problem. It's this game is taking way too long because of their board state, and I don't know. They sacked it. Okay. Another one. Okay. Another one. I wasn't getting rid of that to begin with anyway, so I'm not going to counter it. They're just playing these enchantments just to draw now. But I am going to iteration here, I believe. Surveil. Graveyard. Actually, you know what? I should probably counter target spells mana value 2. Probably should have kept that land. I am gonna play the spiral buff. Let's go. We can play the subtlety too, huh? Let's go hand, library, unholy heat. I'm going to put that on top in case we need a 7th. We still need 7 lands for Murktide to hardcast it, right? So I still want to play it. Okay. That dies. We have Counterspell available to us here. We can hardcast the Subtlety at some point. We can bolt them for 3. Like, we have... Let's see what they got in their hand. Like, again, I don't know what their deck is trying to do. It's just a bunch of enchantments that aren't really doing anything. Prismatic Vista. Okay, I will bolt them here. Top. That could be wrong. Maybe we try to find another bolt, but I want to see if we can get the 7 lanes just to see if we have Murktide available to us. Another thing is this game has gone on for like a half hour or something. Okay, now I go to 2. I'm gonna cast this. Done. Okay. And see what happens. And that's GG's from opponent. Alright, well, that took forever, but here are the results from this crazy gauntlet. Boros Burn, I believe we went 1 and 2. Crashing Footfalls, we played Mill and we went 0 and 2. Hammer Time, we went 1 and 2. Living End. Did we win our last 2? Did Tron win? Or did we lose again in Tron? Let me see if we can go to our thing. But yeah, I think we went 2 and 4 today in this impromptu gauntlet game history. Let's see here. Let's go all the way to the bottom. 1 and 2, 0 and 2, 1 and 2. Then we went 2-0. I think that was with Living End. This guy left. Then 0-2 and 2-0. Yeah, so I think Living End and Murktide Regent were the 2 decks that won. Then we went 0 and 4 with the other ones. But, geez, yeah, a lot of Modern to be played here. A lot of you have access to all the cards. Make sure and go out and play with these cards until tomorrow, I think, is when it expires. So that's all I got for you guys today. Thanks for sticking around. I'm out.